Namo Buddhaya, and may our homage be to our Pingwat Loku Swamin Wahanse. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear children, today we are going to learn a beautiful sermon. This is about a special monk called Arahant Upavana. Arahant Upavana attained to the Supreme Buddha. Arahant Upavana was the Supreme Buddha's one of the attendants. Supreme Buddha had many attendants. Venerable Ananda, then Venerable Nagasamala, then Sunakkata, then also Venerable Meghiya. They were all Supreme Buddha's attendants. But there was one monk who attended to the Supreme Buddha for 25 years. That was Venerable Ananda. So today this sermon was preached, and then the sermon that we are going to learn today was a discussion and how a brahmin went for refuge to Buddha Dhamma Sangha, and how Venerable Upavana attained to the Supreme Buddha. So let's pay homage to the Buddha 3 times and then go to the Dhamma sermon. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. To observe the 5 precepts, say after me. In the weekend, if you are observing higher precepts, you all can recollect your higher precepts. Could be 8 precepts or 10 precepts. But if you all are observing 5 precepts, say after me. I observe the precept of abstaining from killing beings. I observe the precept of abstaining from stealing. I observe the precept of abstaining from sexual misconduct. I observe the precept of abstaining from telling lies. I observe the precept of abstaining from taking intoxicating drinks and drugs. I follow these precepts for happiness in this life, for rebirth in heaven, and to realize the Four Noble Truths. In this Gautama Buddha's dispensation, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Say after me, children. Sadhu, Sadhu, my homage to the Supreme Buddha. Sadhu, Sadhu, my homage to the Supreme Dhamma. Sadhu, Sadhu, my homage to the Supreme Sangha. Sadhu, Sadhu, my homage to the Triple Gems. Sadhu, Sadhu, my homage to the Supreme Triple Gem. Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Meritorious children, the devoted people who lived during the Supreme Buddha's time was very meritorious. They were very wise. Very fast they became realized one. Very fast they grasped the Buddha's teachings. Very fast they understood the Buddha's teachings. For an example, one day the Blessed One, the Buddha was preaching Dhamma to a person called Diganaka. Then Venerable Sariputta was fanning the Supreme Buddha. When Blessed One was preaching Dhamma to Diganaka, Venerable Sariputta was fanning the Supreme Buddha. What happened? At the end of the Dhamma sermon, Venerable Sariputta became an Arahant. The Dhamma was preached to someone else, but someone else who were fanning the Supreme Buddha realized that Dhamma. Then one day, one girl was brought by their parents to get married to the Supreme Buddha. They want to propose that girl to the Supreme Buddha. Then the Blessed One said, I do not like to touch this disgusting body. what I feel about this body is like a pot filled with excrement. How would I ever feel like touching a body like that even from my foot? When this was said, what Buddha said was about the true nature of the body. When this was said, the daughter got angry with the Supreme Buddha, but the mother and father became realized ones. They understood the Buddha's teachings. They understood that this body is subjected to diseases and it has a disgusting nature. And they overcame and they reduced attachment towards their bodies. Now when we have a lot of attachments, when we are too much attached to this body, too much or little bit, if we are attached to this body, when the body changes, when the body looks the way that you do not need, and when the body gives you pains, when the body gives you aches, what happens? When the body makes you uncomfortable, when you get wounds, when your body gets damaged, when you meet accidents, how do you feel? We feel sad. That's because we are attached to the body. But if we are unattached, we don't feel sad. Mentally we won't suffer. Physically we might have sufferings. Usually people are hit by 2 arrows. What are the 2 arrows? Imagine when someone hits you, someone pushes you. Then imagine you fall down. Then you will have a bodily pain. That is the first arrow. The second arrow is you will get upset. Why he pushed me? Who is he to push me? Usually people are always hit by 2 arrows. But when people practice the Buddha's teachings, as a result of practicing the Buddha's teachings, they will only be beaten or hit by 1 arrow. And even that arrow, after they attain the full enlightenment, after they reach the final passing away, once they attain the Mahaparinibbana, the remaining arrow will also abandon. No more suffering. So children, don't you like to achieve such a state? In a way you will never suffer again in any form of way. Have a thought like that. Generate a thought like that. May I never suffer again in samsara. And then think Buddha's teachings can help us. There is a way to overcome suffering forever. There is a way to overcome from suffering forever. That is by eradicating rebirth, eradicating birth. Once we are born, we have to go through all these difficulties. See, coronavirus, then other diseases, various flus, then cancer, diabetics, high blood pressure, low blood pressure, asthma, cholera, many diseases. So during the Supreme Buddha's time, the people were very wise. Now, see the sermon, listen to the sermon I am going to preach you today. In those days, the Buddha, the Blessed One, was sick due to a wind disorder in his body. Now, there is air going through and fro in this body. So sometimes this air doesn't move properly. For an example, we breathe. Some people can't breathe properly. There is air in the joints, air in the muscles, air in the intestines, air in the stomach. So when this air is not moved properly, we get pains, we get aches in the body. The body will give you pains. You will feel very painful. So Buddha had such a disorder. Buddha's body was very painful because of a wind disorder. Then the Blessed One addressed the Upavana, Venerable Upavana. So Venerable Upavana was Blessed One's attendant at that time. Blessed One had many attendants. Venerable Upavana, Venerable Megya, Venerable Ananda. So Venerable Ananda was the chief attendant of the Supreme Buddha. He attended the Supreme Buddha more than 20 years for 25 years. And there was another monk called Venerable Nagasamala. And then Venerable Nagita. So then Venerable Sunakata. But out of all those monks, the most meritorious monk was Venerable Ananda. And Venerable Upavana was very powerful. Venerable Upavana had offered a flag in a previous life to the Supreme Buddha. By the power of that merit, even Devas can't see through Upavana. Because at the passing away of the Supreme Buddha, Venerable Ananda was standing in front of the Supreme Buddha. So Devas could not see the Supreme Buddha. Usually Devas can see through human beings. But Venerable Upavana was very powerful with his merit, so Devas couldn't see through Venerable Upavana and see the Buddha. Then the Blessed One said to Venerable Upavana, "Dear Upavana, please move aside. Devas are crying, being unable to see me." So offer flags, children. Offering a flag is, you are keeping something in a higher place. You are keeping something in a respectable place. You are keeping something that should be respected in a respectable place. Something that should be respected should be respected. So raising a flag is respecting something. So if someone can offer a flag to the Supreme Buddha, that is keeping the Supreme Buddha in a respectable place, venerating the Supreme Buddha, worshipping the Supreme Buddha, respecting, paying homage to the Buddha, showing respect to the Supreme Buddha, to the Dhamma, to the Sangha. So after hearing this sermon, see how many of you all would offer a flag to the Supreme Buddha. Write to us the ones who have offered a flag, and then our Dinu Dhampaputa and Devanga daughter will announce it and send some photographs for us. We will share them in the Mirror of Dhamma program. And then Blessed One addressed Venerable Upavana and said, "Dear Upavana, find some hot water for me to take a bath." Then Venerable Upavana said, "Bhante," replied, "Yes, Bhante." Venerable Upavana replied, and with his ball and double layered robe went to the house of Brahmin Devahita, went to a Brahmin called Devahita, and stood silently to one side. Now see, Venerable Upavana, see how much they were content. Venerable Upavana went to this Brahmin's house and then just sat one side and remained silent. Then this Brahmin asked, then this Devahita Brahmin saw him standing there and asked him in verse, "Tunhi bhuto bhavang tittang mundo sangati paruto." Why is that friend who has worn the robes and shaved his head silently standing? This bald-headed person, this shaved his head, and why is he silently standing? Because Brahmins did not like the Buddha. Are you searching for something? Did you come here to ask for something? So this Brahmin asked from Venerable Upavana, "Why did you come here?" Then Venerable Upavana says like this, "Meritorious Brahmin, the enlightened one, the Supreme Buddha, the Blessed One in the world, the Supreme Teacher is sick due to a wind disorder in his body. So if there is hot water, please give it to me for that Supreme Teacher." Then Venerable Upavana says, "Pujito pujaneyanang sakkareyana sakkato." He is worshipped by those who are worshipped, honored by those who are honored, and respected by those who are respected. So I would like to get water for that Supreme Buddha. Then Devahita had a man fetch baskets filled with hot water and gave it. He also offered jaggery to Monk Upavana. Asked for warm water, gave something extra also. So when you give things extra, you get extra. Not something that, not a limited thing you get. You get something extra when you give extra. So this Devahita Brahmin was not a Buddhist. He was a Brahmin. He followed the Veda. He followed Triveda. So afterwards, Upavana Bhante went to the Blessed One and bathed him with hot water. See how meritorious Venerable Upavana was. To bathe the Blessed One with hot water. He dissolved jaggery into hot water and offered it to the Supreme Buddha. He dissolved jaggery in hot water and offered to the Supreme Buddha. Even you can do that now. You can dissolve jaggery in hot water and offer to the Supreme Buddha. Then the Blessed One was cured. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. We should rejoice in this merit. So after the Blessed One was cured, a big rumor, a good reputation about Devahita was spread in that area. The people were talking good about Devahita, saying that, look, the Blessed One was bathed with the water given by Devahita Brahmin. Even though he was a Brahmin, he offered water to the Supreme Buddha. And then he offered jaggery to the Supreme Buddha. And then Blessed One was cured because of his support. Then everybody was discussing this in that area. Then Devahita was so happy hearing this. Then Devahita went to the Blessed One. Devahita wanted to meet the Blessed One and asked, Blessed One, I'm so happy you have cured yourself. Then the Devahita Brahmin went to the Blessed One and uttered these wonderful stanzas. Katta dajja deyya dhammang katta dinnam mahappalang katang hi ajamanassa katang injati dakkinati. Whom should I give gifts to? Giving to whom can I gain more merits? A good question. Giving to whom can I gain more merit? Katta dinnam mahappalang. Katta dinnam mahappalang. To do a successful offering, how should I practice giving? Then Buddha preaches, there are noble ones with perfect wisdom who have knowledge to see their past lives. They have the ability to see past lives. So if someone can see their past lives, not limited lives, unlimited lives, they are suitable to receive things. And when we offer things to such people, we get enormous merit. Then, to see heaven and places of misery, they can see future births that could be born in divine worlds and in the misery as well. Their lives are fully cleared. Their lives are very clear. They know where they are going. They know all the worlds. Their minds are not covered with delusion. Their minds are not covered with unawareness. Their mind is fully awakened, fully enlightened with the true nature of the world. Their minds are fully enlightened with the true Dhamma. They know everything in this world. Nothing to get deceived. Nothing to fear. Nothing to worry. Nothing to sorrow. They are Supreme Buddhas. Even the Buddha's disciples, the great Arahants, lived happily by eradicating craving. They abandoned fear forever. They had no fear for their death. They had no fear for separating from loved ones. They never felt lonely. They lived in seclusion all alone in thick forests without grieving, suffering. Why? They have eradicated loneliness forever. Then Buddha preaches they have attained the ending of rebirth and they have become Arahants. For such people we can offer offerings. You should give gifts to such noble ones. What's given to them is very fruitful. What is given to them is very fruitful. That's how a person should practice giving. And this ensures the successful results of giving. So when this was said, Evang vutte devahito brahmano bhagavantang etadavocha abhikkantam bo Gotama. Blessed One, excellent Master Gotama. Just as a man were to set upright what was overturned, to reveal what was hidden, to show the way to one who was lost, or to carry a lamp into dark so that those with eyes could see forms. In the same way, Blessed One showed me the right path how to practice dana, how to gain merit in a proper way, who are noble ones. We have been learning Triveda, but this triple knowledge we have never heard like this. The triple knowledge that Buddha had was knowing the past lives, knowing the future births, and the mind was fully purified. And it was totally purified from all the taints. All the bad thoughts were totally abandoned. There was no nature. There was no nature. There is no loophole for the Blessed One's mind to have bad thoughts. The mind was fully purified, just like a clear pond. In a clear pond, you can see all the small animals and stones in the bottom of the pond. The small creatures you can see. Snails, all you can see. So may you have the opportunity to think of the Supreme Buddha. See how Venerable Upavana was meritorious. He offered a flag in the previous life, and he offered warm water to the Supreme Buddha. He cured the Supreme Buddha. We can rejoice in that merit. We can rejoice in that merit. Then Devahita Brahmin, even though he was a non-Buddhist, he practiced generosity. He practiced generosity. And then see, just because he practiced generosity, later he became a disciple of the Supreme Buddha. See what he says. May the Venerable Gautama accept me as a lay follower who has gone for refuge to the triple gem. From today onwards, as long as his life lasts, please take me as a disciple who has gone for refuge to Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. So, from this sermon you learn why we should offer, why it is fruitful when you offer to the Supreme Buddha, when you offer something to the Supreme Buddha. That's because the Blessed One knows the past lives, future births, and he has eradicated all the taints in the mind. So may you have the opportunity to delight in this sutta first of all, and then rejoice in this sutta, and offer water to the Supreme Buddha, offer hot water with jaggery and gain merit. And may you also realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. Dear children, now you have come to the meditation session. So today we will be practicing loving kindness meditation. Children, when you practice loving kindness meditation, you will experience 11 benefits. So first of all, I will teach you the 11 benefits. Then you will have a happy mind to practice the loving kindness meditation. Children, this loving kindness meditation should be practiced just like a vehicle. Like a vehicle is moving, we should always practice loving kindness. So the benefits are, when you practice loving kindness meditation, you will sleep very well. You can wake up very well. You won't see evil dreams. You will become dear to humans, and also you will become dear to non-humans. Deities will protect you, and no fire, no poison, no weapon can affect someone. One can concentrate the mind quickly. One's facial complexion is serene. One dies without any confusion. If one does not attain a higher stage of enlightenment, one will be reborn in the Brahma world. So if you like to go to a Brahma world, what should you do, children? Practice loving kindness meditation. Now, haven't you seen evil dreams? Falling from high-rise buildings, from mountains in the night? Haven't you seen funerals, nightmares, funerals in the night? So if you don't like to see these evil dreams, what should you practice? Loving kindness. Genuinely spreading thoughts of loving kindness. Genuinely practicing wholesome thoughts and practicing wholesome qualities. So let's practice loving kindness meditation. Now close your eyes. Sit in a comfortable posture. Sit in a comfortable posture, and then close your eyes and think according to what I say. I am too closing my eyes and meditating. So I will utter the verses of loving kindness meditation genuinely, wholeheartedly. Wish for the happiness of others and wish for the happiness of yourself and others too. So listen to me and think according to what I say. Sit in a comfortable posture. Okay, now let's spread loving kindness. May I be free from anger. May I be free from ill will. May I be free from jealousy. May I be free from mental suffering. May I be free from physical suffering. May I live in peace. May I live happily. Now let's wish for the happiness of the beings who are living at the place you are right now. It could be your house. May all beings in this place be free from anger. Be free from ill will. Be free from jealousy. Be free from mental suffering. Be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. May all beings in this city. Now children, there are many beings in this city. There are animals, creatures, demons. There are many non-human beings and many human beings also. So try to spread loving kindness to all those beings. Think that there are enormous living beings in this city. Think of them and spread loving kindness. May all beings in this city be free from anger. Be free from ill will. Be free from jealousy. Be free from mental suffering. Be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. May all beings this province. Be free from anger. Be free from ill will. Be free from jealousy. May all beings in this province be free from anger. Be free from ill will. Be free from jealousy. Be free from mental suffering. Be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. May all beings in this country be free from anger. Be free from ill will. Be free from jealousy. Be free from mental suffering. Be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. Children, next, we are going to spread loving kindness towards all beings living in this world. So think about the world. Okay, now let's spread loving kindness. May all beings in this world be free from anger. Be free from ill will. Be free from jealousy. Be free from mental suffering. Be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. May all beings in all worlds. Now children, we should think of all beings in all worlds. Without neglecting anyone, we can spread loving kindness. How fortunate we are. Let's spread loving kindness to all living beings in all worlds. May all beings in all worlds be free from anger, be free from ill will, be free from jealousy, be free from mental suffering, be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. May all beings be free from anger, be free from ill will, be free from jealousy, be free from mental suffering, be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. May all beings be well and happy. Be well and happy. Now slowly open your eyes. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now the program will be handed over to Dinu Dahamputa and Devanga daughter. So before that, remember, watch few videos and go to good deeds session. And children, we need your good deeds. Don't forget. Dinu Puta and Devanga daughter is struggling to do that session. We don't have enough good deeds. Send photographs of good deeds you do. Don't send videos. Photographs are easy to share. So for a few weeks, do some good deeds and send to us. So some extraordinary good deeds. And write some good deeds for us. Introduce some good deeds to do. Some good actions. Okay? So we bless everyone and may you have the opportunity to practice the Buddha's teachings and realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Buddhaya. I am Dinu Daham from Toronto, Canada, and today I'm here with Devanga.
Namo Buddhaya. I'm Devanga from Toronto, Canada.
You have now come to the Good Deeds session. Today we'll be watching the good deeds done by Vibodhu Upasaka, Thera Upasika, Itum Upasaka, and Sasan Upasaka. The first meritorious deed was done by Vibodha Upasaka. He has made a presentation about Dhammapada verses. His sister Sarani has sent an email. Let's first read the email. Namo Buddhaya, my younger brother Vibodha Vijay Ratna has prepared a presentation of Dhammapada stanzas that he has learned and how to apply them to one's life. Bahumaping with Metta, Sarani Vijay Ratna.
Dhammapada stanzas. Verse 53. Yatapi puppara simha kaira mala gune bahu evam jatena macchena kattapang kusalang bahum. As an expert garland maker makes many garlands from a heap of flowers, you who obtained the human life should do many wholesome deeds. How can we apply this stanza into our daily life? When you wake up, offer some refreshing water to the Supreme Buddha. Paying homage to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, and observing the 5 precepts, making a conscious effort to not break the 5 precepts, observing 8 precepts on full moon Poya day, giving dana where you can, even to an animal such as a bird, helping your family members with chores. Akkodhena jine kodhang asadhung sadhuna jine jine kadariyang danena sachena likavadinang. Conquer anger with non-anger. Conquer wickedness with goodness. Conquer stinginess with giving. And conquer a liar with truth. How to control anger when it arises. Think of the Supreme Buddha and the 9 qualities. Think of the impermanent nature of the reason for your anger. Fear death and dying in anger as you'll be reborn in a bad destination. Think of the bad demerits you will receive by dwelling on this anger and acting out of anger. Spread loving kindness. If you are angry at a being, think of their good qualities. Merit sharing. I would like to share merits with Pinwath Loku Swami Vansa for teaching us the Supreme Dhamma. I would like to share merits with Pinwath Colombo Dhamma Friend Swami Vansa for dedicating his time and efforts into teaching us children Dhamma and making it available to the world during this time. I would like to share merits with all the monks and nuns of Mahamaunava and all over the world. I would finally like to share merits with all the children who are watching this Mirror of Dhamma program. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. This was an amazing presentation done by Vibodha Upasaka. Today we have learned 2 Dhammapada stanzas and how we can apply them to our lives.
The next good deed was done by Thera Upasika and Itum Upasaka. They have sent a video of them chanting the very powerful Moda Parita. Let's read the email they sent to Swamin Vansa. Namo Buddhaya, Pinwath Swamin Vansa. My name is Thera and my twin brother's name is Itum. We have been watching the Dhamma School program, and after Swamin Vansa explained the Moda Parita, we decided to learn it. We would like to share our merits with Loku Swamin Vansa and all the Swamin Vansas at the Mahamaunava Buddhist Monastery, Thiruvan Saranai, Thera and Itum. Let's watch the video they sent.
Sadhu, 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 Namo Buddhaya. මගේ නම ඉතාර පතේරාන.
මගේ නම ඉතුම් පතේරාන.
අපේ මෝර පෙරත කියනවා.
නමෝ
තස්ස භගවතෝ අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස.
නමෝ
තස්ස භගවතෝ අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස. නමෝ තස්ස භගවතෝ අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස. ඒකවං චක්කුමා ඒක රාජා හරිස්සවඤ්ඤෝ පතවික්ඛවාසෝ තං තං නමස්සාමි හරිස්සවන්නං පතවික්ඛවාසං තයජ්ජ බුද්ධායිනේ රුවත්තිං යේ බ්‍රාහ්මනානේන භූසප්ප ධම්මේ තේරේ නමෝ ජේචවං පාරයන්තු නමත්ත බුද්ධානං නමත්ත බෝධියා නමෝ නිමුත්තානං නමෝ නිමුත්තියා ඉමංසෝ පරිත්තං කତ୍වා මෝරෝ ජයවේසනා හබේතරං චක්කුමා ඒක රාජා හරිස්සවඤ්ඤෝ පතවිද්දවාසෝ තං තං නමස්සාමි හරිස්සවන්නං පතවිද්දවාසං තයච්ච බුද්ධානිනේ රුවත්තිං යේ බ්‍රාහ්මනානේද භූසප්ප ධම්මේ තේනේ නමෝ කේචවං පාරයන්තු නමත්ත බුද්ධානං නමත්ත බෝධියා නමෝ නිමුත්තානං නමෝ නිමුත්තියා ඉමංසෝ පරිත්තං කତ୍වා මෝරෝ වාසක කප්පරීති. සාදු 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 නමෝ බුද්ධාය.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Many mirrors to Itaru Upasika and Itum Upasika for chanting the Moda Parita very beautifully.
The last meritorious deed was done by Sasan Upasaka. From Australia, he made a presentation about Arhat Nun Patachara.
The story of Arhat Nun Patachara. Patachara was the beautiful daughter of a very wealthy merchant of Savatthi. When she was 16 years old, her parents put her in a 7-story high tower on the top floor, surrounded by guards, to prevent her from keeping company with any young men. But she became involved in a love affair with a servant in her parents' house. She escaped from the tower, and the young couple went to live in a village far away from Savatthi. When she became pregnant, she begged her husband to take her to her parents' house to give birth there. But her husband refused to go with Patachara, as her parents will torture or imprison him. But Patachara decided to go by herself. When the husband found her gone, he followed her and tried to persuade her to return. However, she did not listen to him. Before they could reach Savatthi, the birth pain started, and soon a baby son was born. As there was no more reason to go to her parents' house, they turned back and they resumed their family life in the village. Sometime later, she became pregnant again. At the second time, the same thing happened, and she gave birth on the road. A fearful storm arose with thunder and lightning and continuous rain. She asked her husband to find her some shelter. Her husband went searching for material for a shelter and set about to chop some trees. A poisonous snake bit him at that moment and he fell dead instantly. In the morning, Patachara went to see her husband and found him lying dead. She lamented, but decided to continue to her parents' house. She had to cross the river Achiravati, and it was swollen waist deep on account of the rain. She was too weak to cross the river with both children, so she left the older child on the near bank and carried the baby across to the other side. Then she returned to take the firstborn across. When she was midstream, an eagle saw the newborn baby and mistook it for a piece of meat. it came swooping down, and in spite of Patachara's cries and screams, flew off with the baby in its talons. The older boy saw his mother stop in the middle of the river and heard her loud yells. He thought she was calling for him, so he started out for her. Immediately, he was swept off by the strong current. Patachara couldn't bear the pain. She went on her way, half crazed by the triple tragedy that had befallen her, losing husband and both sons within one day. She came nearer to Savatthi and found out that her parents' house had collapsed in the storm, killing both of them as well as her brother, and that the cremation was just taking place. At that point, she completely lost her mind. She tore off her clothes, wandered around, weeping and wailing, not knowing what she was doing or where she was going. People assaulted her with stones and rubbish and chased her out of the way. At that time, the Supreme Buddha was staying at Jeta Grove, Anathapindika's monastery. Our Blessed One saw Patachara approaching from afar and instructed his disciples not to obstruct her, but to let her enter and come near him. As soon as she was close to the Buddha, through our great teacher's supernatural powers, she regained her right mind. Then she also became aware of being naked, and one of the lay followers threw her a shawl. Our great teacher, Supreme Buddha, listened to her with compassion and then made it clear to her these painful experiences she had gone through were only tiny drops in the ocean. Our Supreme Buddha told her that all through many existences she had wept more tears over the loss of dear ones than could be contained in the waters of the 4 oceans. Are some of the following verses that were said by Arahanthanan Patachara. I poured water on my feet to wash them. I saw that water flow down from high to low. I concentrated my mind very well on that incident. My mind tamed like the best type of horse. Then I took the lamp and entered my hut. With the light of the lamp, I found the bed and sat on it. To put out the flame, I pulled down the wick of the oil lamp. That was the moment my mind was liberated from all defilements, just like the extinguishing of an oil lamp. Arahanthanan Patachara was the foremost exponent of Vinaya, the rules of monastic discipline, among the nuns. May I pay homage to Arahanthanan Patachara. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya.
Many merits to Sasanupasaka for making this fantastic presentation about Arahanthanan Patachara. Today we watched many good deeds done by children all over the world. May you also have the opportunity to send your good deeds to our email address.
These meritorious deeds will help us to propagate the Dhamma and help others to do meritorious deeds as well. We rejoice in all your good deeds. The whole world rejoices in your good deeds as well. May all of us have the opportunity to realize the 4 noble truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Theruvan Saranai. Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Buddhaya. Now it's the time for us to show our gratefulness to the people who have helped us. Today's program was sponsored by a young daughter, Thera Upavana from Melbourne, Australia. For her 13th birthday, she has done this Dhamma sponsored to broadcast this program in Shraddha TV and in other media platforms. She has sponsored for the program to gain merit for her 13th birthday. And she is hoping to share merit with Devas and Brahmas. So may Devas, Brahmas rejoice in this merit. May all the Devas rejoice in this merit and develop in faith and confidence in Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. And may all these devas protect this young daughter, Thera Upavana Samarthunga. And may all the devas realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And she is hoping to share merit with her departed relatives. She says, Ma namin miya paralowa giya සීලුම ඥාතීන් පිරිස් වලට මේ පිං දීම ගම්පොළ පදිංචි සිටි මෙයට වසර 22කට පෙර මිය පරලොව ගිය ඩී.බී. සමරතුංග ආතාට සහ වසර 5කට මිය පරලොව ගිය සී.කේ. ඒකනායක අත්තම්මාට පින් දීම. I think this young daughter has written this. That's why I read this in Sinhala. So it's a good work she has done. Not her parents. Usually parents bless their children for their birthdays, for the children's birthday. But here, the daughter has written the Punyanamodana. I'm happy with that. Even the other parents should encourage the children to do this work. And I'm wondering whether this child would have collected her own pocket money to donate for this program. I don't know, but I'm guessing. Might be. So she's hoping to share merit with her one of the grandparents. One person is D.B. Samaratunga, grandfather, who passed away 22 years ago. And then C.K. Ekanayaka Thamma, C.K. Ekanayaka, the grandmother C.K. Ekanayaka, who has passed away 5 years ago. And may all the departed relatives of this daughter, Thera Upavana Samarthunga, rejoice in this merit. Be well and happy, have long life. And may all the departed relatives of all of us rejoice in this merit and escape from samsara as soon as possible. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And so this young daughter wishes to share merit with our teacher Lakoswamin Wahansa, all the monks and nuns of Mahamena Buddhist monasteries, and especially the monks and nuns who lived in Mahamevunava, Melbourne West Monastery. May all the monks and nuns who resided at Melbourne West Monastery rejoice in this merit. Be well and happy, have long life, well-being, happiness, and may they realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And may all the monks and nuns in all over the world rejoice in this merit and realize the Four Noble Truths. And so she wishes to share merit with with her parents, with all her family friends, family members, with her grandparents, and then with everyone living in this world. So let us, all of us, bless this young daughter, Thera Upavana Samarthunga daughter, who is celebrating the 13th birthday. And may she be well and happy. May her family members, parents, grandparents, and her brother Samaratunga rejoice in this merit. And may all of us rejoice in this merit and have well-being, happiness, long life, and realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. Thiruvan Saranai.